Part 4 of the King of Hollywood from this fabulous album. So far we've had the intro chords, the swells, and the 3-part harmony, some of the little punctuation stabs, Don Felder's fantastic solo ending in that rake, and then the key going back to F sharp minor, and now we're at the stripped back last verse, and we're ready for Joe Walsh's solo. So we're still got F sharp minor and E, right? And Joe plays. We're fading out here, and if you turn up your stereo on the fade, which is always a great idea, believe me, you hear Joe play one, and then it fades out, right? So that's Joe Walsh's solo, absolutely fantastic. You'll probably notice I've got a bit of phasing on the amp. It's a little Bosch Katana amp I'm using there, and there's a modulation button or switch that you can turn up, and it gives you a built-in phaser. Normally I would use an MXR Phase 90, but it just seemed more convenient to do that. So it's at the end, as I say, we're back to the F sharp minor to E progression. Still is Jacuzzi runneth over. Still he just couldn't get off. You'd know him if you saw his stuff, right? When it goes to the final solo, the tail out solo that Joe Walsh takes, he plays 4 notes, which are A flat, F sharp, and E. Right, but he plays them in a double stop, and although that descending line sounds quite plaintive, it's also quite menacing. So the way he plays those notes is like. And he does it twice. And as I mentioned before on a video quite a while ago about Lou Reed's Heroin with Steve Hunt and Dick Wagner, if you can sync your vibrato technique with the swish of the phaser, with a bit of luck, if you listen for it here, you should have. Here it comes. You see, hopefully the phaser's going, and your left hand is, giving it a shake, right? So Joe plays those 4 notes twice. E, as I say, E, A rather, A flat, F sharp, E. He then goes right up and plays a real Joe. Again, the vibrato will sync with the phaser. Then push it up and play a high. Now this time it's very emotive. Then, now that's what you'd imagine to be a fairly straightforward rock and roll lick. So we're in the F sharp position, we're obviously we're bending the B note, then this bend, and then a variation of it. Second time it goes. It's his 10th time, it's like. And you get this very Steve Lukather. That's A flat and A, so we get then now the backing's still exactly the same, and Joe reprises his intro. And there's a little bit that comes in between those two phases. So after the two 5-note scale licks, then plays a very quick, a very rhythmic, and then we're back to well, the record's fading out here, but you can hear Joe go. And by that time the whole thing's going. So that last line is again off a 5-note scale. I absolutely love that song from top to bottom, from start to finish. Both guitar solos, Don Felder's, Joe Walsh's at the end. They complement each other, I think, really beautifully. Some of the rhythmic chucks, that tiny little bit that goes back to the F sharp, and maybe Glenn Frey played that, and the 3 harmony parts. So I think that's all the parts. It's in 4 parts. It's only in 4 because I forgot the end of Don's solo. So parts 2 and 3 are really Don Felder's great solo. So there you go. The Eagles, from the long run, King of Hollywood, absolutely amazing song, one of my favourites. And if anyone knows of a live version of that song, please let me know. Okay, thanks for watching.